Good evening. I am doing a fairly impromptu live chat. I have announced in my Facebook group. Sorry that I look quite so pink. It's the fabulous lights we've got. And if you can just bear with me, I'll do the usual thing of actually bringing the comments up on screen so I can see the chat. And I'm not organised enough. I say it every week, I'm not organised enough to get this done beforehand, so you'll just have to bear with me while I'm putting the chat up on screen. Almost there. There we go. And if I actually make it a little larger, I can see it without squinting, and that's always a good look as far as I'm concerned. So can everybody hear me okay? If someone wants to let me know that you can hear me all right, that would be brilliant. And if you can't hear me, then I'm doing a really good mime. Thank you. Okay, so hello to Dragonfly Urban Gardening, Barbara's Allotment, Lorella, Not a Farm Girl, Jane Kelly, Erica's here. Hi, Erica. My family garden is here. And Kate is here from Inside Kate's Kitchen. And Rick is here from Ohio. Hiya. So, and Robert is here from Kilted Gardener. A different time of day for a live chat for me. This lighting is really odd. I kind of look really glowy. It seems very odd, but there you go. This is lights for you. Most of the lighting in our kitchen is behind me. So what you've got now is the reflection of the screen, which is a very bizarre. It's looking bizarre to me. So can I also say hello to Cheryl from Homestead in the Highlands. Half Acre Dreams are here. Eleanor's here. Laura is here from Green Raven. Lynn is here. Good morning, Lynn. I'm sorry to have got you up so early in the day to watch this. Tracy's here. Kevin's here. Becky, Rose, hi. Gosh, lots of people are here already. It's a bit of an unplanned live chat because today at 2 o'clock, when I would have been doing a live chat, a video went out that I made yesterday on my visit to the seed swap in Bristol. Now, there are other videos done by creators that we know. So Erica has done a video. And also Gardener's Plot has done a video, and that's Peter from Gardener's Plot, and we saw him there, and we gate crashed his filming and went while he was filming. So he's very kindly included us in his video. I have left links to both those channels to Erica's video as well, but both those channels are in the description box of my video today. And Jay is here, hello, and Branko Homestead is here, hello. This is a good time of day, obviously, lots of people can make it. Hiya George, he's dropped in as well. So, yes, I did kind of photobomb Half Acre Dreams. It wasn't quite, I mean, Peter said hello and, you know, come and chat, but we probably hold his camera a bit longer than he was expecting us to. So, and Carol is here, and Willow Creek Homestead as well, hello. I'm just going to do my quick reading thing. Willie Creek says, hello, beautiful friend. I can't stay, just saying hello. Well, hello. It's I'm acutely aware that it's lunchtime or thereabouts in America. And Chris is here. Hiya, Chris. Must be lunchtime there for you too. And Emily's here. Hello. So James is saying, what are the flowers behind me? These are Alstramira. This week I just really felt like I haven't seen any really nice flowers for a while, so I asked Mr. J to pick some flowers up for me just to cheer up the kitchen a little bit, and they're lovely. So I put them into the vase with a whole load of bay leaves, not leaves, obviously stems of bay tree, just to cheer the kitchen up a little bit. Not that it's sad, but it made it look more interesting. Thierry's here. Let's see who else is here. And Daisy's here and Carol's here. How's everybody's weather been or being? We have had cold and windy and torrential rain alternating this week. And then sometimes it was cold and windy with torrential rain. And Erica and I yesterday sat in a cafe for 10 minutes saying, well, we don't want to go out in that rain. It was a seriously heavy downpour in Bristol yesterday. Yeah, so how's everyone else's weather been? Let's find out. So Lynn's been hot and dry. Lynn is in Australia, where you've had, very hot and very dry for very long. Half Acre Dream says the weather's still bad there. I'm paraphrasing. Erica said she thought she stayed in the caravan last night. No, night before last, and she honestly thought that the caravan was going to blow over. I did say to her beforehand, do you think it's a good idea to stay in the caravan, given how stormy it was? But she was quite keen, and she assured me she'd be all right. She re-emerged in the morning going, oh, that was really scary. so yeah, it was a pretty blowy night. Homebird Farm's here. Terrible gales throughout the week, but a lovely day today. Somebody's given us temperatures. Eleanor, sorry I didn't see that temperature. I'll go back and have a little look. Lizzie's here. Hi Lizzie. It's raining. Lorella's got a wintry mix. So I think there is quite a lot of cold, wet weather around, and then if you're in Australia, you've got the opposite. Tracy Melanie, which part of the world are you in? She's saying it's very cold, raining, 50 mile an hour winds yesterday, 60 mile an hour winds. Somebody needs her glasses. And it has been pretty windy. George is saying from Tuesday onwards the weather is turning drier and warmer. Yes, that would be great, wouldn't it? That would be lovely. Becky's got ice and snow every other day in Kansas City. Oh yes, it's all a bit. Oh, so Tracy's in West Yorkshire. Yeah, so north of us by quite a bit. Yeah. Okay, so that was the weather. I'm hot now. We put the heating on quite early on today, with a view that I was going to go and have a long hot soaky bath late morning. And then the heating's been on all day because I didn't actually get in the bath until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So now it's really hot in the house. But obviously if we turn the heating off, it'll get cold really quickly. So I'm going to sit here and perspire. No, I won't. I'll glow. That's what I've been told I have to say. I have to glow. Keith's here and Heidi's here. -4 degrees and sunny in Iowa. And Rev Haynes has just said, hello, this is Sneaky. Now, on my Facebook group, I actually said, shall I do a sneaky little live chat at 7 p.m. GMT? And people said yes. So yes, it is sneaky. It was a sneaky little live chat. And 1971, Witters is here. And there are a couple of other people I've noticed to here, and I haven't said hello. I'm really sorry. The chat's going past really quickly at the moment, so I'm sorry if I haven't said hello to you. I will go back through afterwards and say hello to people in the comments, to the people that I've missed. So, the seed swap yesterday, what an amazing thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, first of all, go and check out my video, Erica's and Pete's. Have a look and you'll see what they're all about. It's such a fabulous idea. Definitely worth checking to see if you've got one in your area, because I was talking to the coordinator, Diane, and she was saying, if you go to a seed swap, you're going to find your kind of people where you can be a complete and utter anorak about gardening without it being a problem. and it was lovely, and it was a really nice atmosphere. And Nick's allotment diary is here. Hiya. And Dawn is here, saying, hi Liz, didn't expect you this evening. Been playing with compost bins in the afternoon. And you got too hot in your sunny plot in Derby. Well, that's nice. I wouldn't worry too much about it getting sunny. We haven't had very much sun recently, so. And Hilary has joined us. Hello. Oh, and Ginger's here from Ginger's Keto in the UK. I was over on Ginger's live chat about an hour ago, or less than that. And I didn't think she'd join us today because I thought she was still chatting. So thank you, Ginger, for joining me. And Tony's arrived. Hi, Tony. And Jodie's here. Hello, Jodie. Thank you for joining me. Did I just say that? My brain is going already. Kelly's sunny Somerset allotment garden. Kelly, I was hoping to see you at the seed swap yesterday. Sorry you couldn't make it. And Megan from Creating Essence is here. So Heidi is here and says she looked into seed swap in your area after the video. Unfortunately, there was one last week. Hopefully, very soon then we'll advertise the date of the next one, so you can get that in your diary for next year. And it may well be that they'll be doing something in the autumn as well. And Sarah is here. Hello, Sarah. So, hello, Chrissy. Chrissy, you're never late. No, I don't think people can be late to a live chat. If you pop in and say hello and pop out again, then, that's brilliant. And if you make it, you make it. And if you don't, you don't. It's absolutely no obligation, particularly when it's just me wittering away. And Benny is here. Benny's in Norway. And Danny's little barn farm is here. And Danny, aren't you in Somerset as well? I think we've got quite a lot of people from Somerset. I'm being nosy now, aren't I? So, and Keith saying, where would my garden be without pallets? Yes, I do love pallets. So, and Roshni Shah's here. Hi Liz, let's talk seeds. You've got beetroot seeds which expired in 2011. I still reckon it's worth giving them a go. I certainly know that people have kept seeds for an awfully long time, and they've still germinated. I was watching something. I watched an experiment really quite recently where people were planting some really old seeds to see which ones would germinate and which wouldn't. So, and I can't remember where it was that I was watching it. And Dawn Cora's plot has popped in, and Elizabeth's here, and Bettina's here. And I'm going to tell you now that the chat is actually going really quickly, so I'm not going to be able to keep up with a lot of the conversation. So Beth is here. And Dawn's saying the flowers on the table are lovely. They are, aren't they? We just got them to, I asked Mr. J to pick me some up just to cheer up the kitchen. So they're not for any special occasion. And he and I don't celebrate St. Valentine's Day. Well, actually we do, but not in the normal way. What we do is we go and clean out the reed bed water purification system on or around Valentine's Day. It's not the most romantic thing to do, but actually just spending a bit of time together doing a project is really nice. So Laura's saying, how do I know what kind of wine yeast to buy? Right, we have several brewers in the house, not in this house, in the chat today. So would somebody else like to offer Laura, that's Green Raven, some advice about wine yeast? While you're doing it, you can give me the same advice, because I've just got one that says a wine yeast, a fairly generic one, but I know there are several others that several different specific yeasts that people use. So there are several things I kind of want to talk about, but I do want to say that the courses that Hugh and I will be holding here in the middle of April. Sorry, I was just letting a comment through. Yeah, so the courses that Hugh and I will be doing here in the middle of April are starting to sell really well. So quite a few people have booked places on those courses. I know that Kate will pop up the links to those at some point. And if you haven't, if you don't know about them yet, I will also make sure that they're in the information box below. They could well already be in the description box. I should have checked before I started the live chat if they were or not, but if not, I'll make sure that they are. So yeah, so that's quite exciting. I'm really pleased that people have booked onto those courses. So Hugh is going to be Hugh's course will be an introduction to vegetable gardening. Will be based around his book, Veg in One Bed. And so he'll be here, the book will be here, and then you can see that actually in practice. And the course on the Sunday that the two of us are doing is low-cost kitchen gardening. Thank you, Kate, for popping those links up. Low-cost kitchen and gardening, and I will be talking about and showing you how to create a kitchen garden for minimal cost. Yeah, so setting it up is low cost and maintaining it being low cost. So that's those courses. I want to do a quick shout out for 3 channels that I have been watching for the last couple of weeks, because it's about 2 weeks since the last live chat. Or it is 2 weeks since the last live chat. Is that all? Feels like much longer ago than that. So maybe it's 3. Is it 3? Is it 2? Who knows? So I want to give a shout out 3 channels. I'm not going to pop the links up because I'm sure you'll be able to find them. One is the Kilted Gardener, who I think Robert's here. Been watching that. I've watched his goals video, which I really enjoyed. So sort of plans for the next year and things that he wants to do on his homestead, which I've really enjoyed. Another channel is Butcher, Baker and the Kiso Maker, and I'm hoping I've pronounced that right. Lots and lots of nice recipes of how to make cheese, which is Kiso. Someone will tell me. So lots of things, how to make yogurt, how to make ricotta, things like that. I've enjoyed that. And the third channel that I've really enjoyed watching in the last couple of weeks is Ted's Patch, TED''S Patch. It's a really small channel. I think he's only got 24 subscribers at the moment. That's a lot of fun, getting masses of work done inside a polytunnel and stuff. I've just been watching him put together a hotbed for growing plants in. So I just wanted to give those a highlight, if nothing else. So people are agreeing with me that Ted is fab. So, so I'm sure there have been some questions and I haven't answered them because I've been not looking. Sorry about that. I will scroll back up very quickly. So Laura, people have been answering your question about what yeast to use for wine. So I heard Erica say an all-purpose wine yeast. I know some people use a champagne yeast. Yeah, I think the answer is also to just to do a little bit of experimenting. So not to buy a really big amount of anything and buy smaller amounts, and then you can try several and see which you prefer. Sue is here. Hello, Sue. And I saw that, my little bit of pieces here as well. Fighting a police station, so she's only half here. So There we go. So that was those, and I'm going to pause for a second. Horticulture Geeks here. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Us. That was a royal us then, because Mr. J has he's exhausted. He's had a really tough week, given it's been so wet and so windy. Having to try and deliver mail, so you're walking 12 to 15 miles in all that weather, day after day. He is really tired, so he's been sleeping a lot, and he's curled up on the sofa at the moment. He could be awake or he could be asleep again. So, and Candy says about cheese. It's pronounced queso. Yeah, that's probably better than queso, isn't it? It was one of those. And Linda is here as well, saying she's watching from Stowe Everett in WA. Washington, I'm going to get there. I think WA is Washington. Okay, so Cheryl from Homestead and Highland says, where is Phil? So people who have joined us for the first time won't know about Phil. Phil was a pumpkin squash type thing that has sat where the flowers are for the last 4 or 5 months. We put sunglasses on him, and when it was cold we gave him a scarf and a hat, and he, one of you in out there very sensibly gave him the name Phil because he filled the space when Mr. J wasn't there. Oh, Phil has gone off with Erica and now merrily living in several demijohns in her house. Erica, how many demijohns of wine did you get from Phil? We're about to find out. So, Doug is here. There's several people who've joined us recently. Doug is here, and somebody else I saw had arrived. So once again, sorry if I haven't said hello to you. So okay, so Phil's going to turn into 24 bottles of wine. Hooray. And Freaky Geek have joined us as well. Hello. And let's have a look. And the other, it is going to not be a terribly long live chat today, because I'm going to spend a bit of time with Mr. J this evening. Sean has joined us. Hi Sean, how are you? Sean's saying, what do we have here? No kettle on the stove. I am on a well-known blackcurrant juice this evening, or blackcurrant juice drink this evening, while I still can before they're on any. So, yes, Freaky Geek is saying Phil used to sit on the table as going as wine now. Yes, he is definitely going as wine. Erica has been telling me that it's going very well. So, oh, I'll tell you what, nobody has dispatched Phil, because Phil had actually started to disintegrate. So when Erica took him apart, she had to take out the top bit and out the bottom bit, because it was starting to go mouldy, so she's only been able to use part of it. So I think if we'd left him here much longer, he would have just gone onto the compost heap. So I think it's probably a good idea. So Sean, this really is blackcurrant juice, because it's already been there. I don't drink alcohol. I make it for Mr. J, but I am I'm gluten-free, nut-free, caffeine-free, alcohol-free, capsicum-free, and everything else free, fun-free a lot of the time. So, Tony has said, Erica, did you save any of the seeds from Phil the Squash? So excuse me. Oh, yes, she did. So there you go. She's got plenty of seeds from Phil Squash. Phil the squash should have been a jumbo pink banana, so he should have looked a bit like this one, except a couple of feet long. But for some unknown reason, all the ones, well, not an unknown reason, but for all the ones on that particular plant were round, so very obviously had cross-pollinated someone I bought them. They weren't quite as jumbo pink banana and more of a sort of jumbo pink pumpkin. So, and I've seen James is here. Hiya, James. How's the weather over in West Wales? Is it unpleasant? We've been having storms here, and today we have blue sky, but it's been mighty nippy. So Erica is saying anyone who wants seeds that came from Phil the Squash should contact her via Facebook. So Kelly from sunny Somerset Allotment Garden. Kelly is saying, what's happening with the collab? Any news? Okay, so I can tell you what's happening with the collab. I am waiting for another organisation around whom the collab is based to give me the exact wording for the title of the collab. Now, I was hoping for that the week before last. I spoke to them on Monday. They emailed me on Tuesday saying they hope to have it with me by the end of the week. So I'll prompt them again on Monday. And it's, honestly, as soon as we have got the wording for the title, we'll let everybody know what that is, and then we can get on with it. But the good news is that collab video is not going out until late April, so there is masses and masses of time. So it won't be a quick rush. We'll have plenty of time to plan and to film and to get ourselves organised. So, Lorella, thank you for dropping in. So yes, it is exciting, Kelly. I am really excited by it. I'm hoping it will be a really nice big collaboration, but we will just have to wait for the confirmation of the exact title. So I'm half reading. Right, as I say, so James saying it's rather windy and rough sea at the beach. Oh, you're that far west, are you? That you can see beach, or you've been to the beach? I'll say that. I'm only a few miles from a beach too, but it's not a west coast beach. So, Freaky Geek saying you've got different seeds. You've got seeds from 4 different apples. So yes. So a while ago, Hugh, was it in January? Hugh at Hugh's Nursery did a video about us trying to grow a new apple tree variety. When the time is ready, Hugh will put out the next video telling us what to do. So yes, I've got my apple seeds in the fridge, staying cold, and they're there. Actually, they're there with some sweet Sicily seeds that also have to be kept in the fridge. And sweet Sicily is a sweet herb. And it's absolutely great for adding sweetness or taking the bitterness out of things. So I'm going to grow it so that I can add a couple of leaves into rhubarb when I cook rhubarb, and it takes that sharp acidity out of it. So so they are in the fridge. We have to just wait for Hugh's next video to know what his suggestion is. It's one of those things, gardening, isn't it, that has to test our patience, or we have to keep our patience together, and whatever the right phrase is. Something about patience. We have to be patient. And did I just see Susie's here? Hiya, Susie. And Steve Plum Wine has arrived. Hi. And Homestead Corner is here. Hello, hello. And Candy's saying you've got tulip bulbs to force in the fridge. George is growing cherry trees from Waitrose cherry seeds. So I'd be a bit early to know if if any of them have germinated, I guess. Hasn't warmed up enough yet. I've watched a lot of people, sorry, that's the chair. I've watched a lot of people planting seeds, and I'm itching, absolutely itching to get sowing, but I also know that there's just no point here. I need to wait, because otherwise what I'm going to get is I'm going to get really leggy seedlings, and then they'll fall over and dampen off. So I'm just holding my horses, and I keep getting the seeds out and putting them into order of what order I want to sow them in, and then I kind of throw them all back in the box again and go, I'm still got to wait. And Two Wild Onions Homestead has joined us, and Tony says, have I mastered the bargain drone yet? Well, the bargain drone needed to have a memory card, a little memory card thing, but a mini one put into it. And I didn't have one, so when Hugh visited me on Monday, he very kindly gave me a little card. So I've now got no excuse. It's not even a matter of mastering it. I haven't even attempted a second attempt at flying it. When the wind drops, I will start that again and have a look. When he was here on Monday, he very kindly brought his drone, did a whole load of footage, an overview, so we could see what it's like in the winter. And I put that together as a very short video. It's about a minute and a half, and that went on to Patreon. So patrons have seen that footage, and bit by bit, I'll use that in other videos. So while I'm talking about patrons, I just want to say thank you to all my patrons who are supporting me. Just so you know, I'm still not monetized on YouTube. I did manage to have a 45-minute conversation with YouTube this week on the phone, and still didn't get any further. We're sorting things out. So the support of patrons is really very much appreciated, and it allows me to just carry on making videos without feeling that I need to go and get a job off the homestead to support the stuff that I do here. Let's see what else we've got. Robert's saying you'll get it sorted. I'll tell you what has happened. The thing is, I don't even want to. A bit of me doesn't feel like I can even talk about it, because it might make it worse. But so please, nobody write these words, okay? But my last live chat got interrupted by a lot of people who wouldn't normally come to my live chat and were not very pleasant. Please don't write any comments about this. It would seem that my channel has been, by something from outside, that is causing the problem. So I'm trying to say, so I have to get that sorted out. So I'm trying to have conversations with YouTube about that. That must have been the most bizarre conversation if you don't know what happened a couple of weeks ago. But I'm really sorry. I'm not going to say any words that might prompt the arrival of the same thing again. Thank you. Holding your lips. Yeah, it's one of those things that so it's a nuisance. Dawn is saying, when will I sow my first seeds? Well, I had a look back, and last year I sowed the first ones, I think it was February the 13th or 14th. I won't be doing that this year. I am going to hold on until at least March the 1st, and preferably April the 1st. It'll be sometime in March. It'll be, sometime in March. So I'm not going to sow any for another couple of weeks. My greenhouse is unheated, and not only is it unheated, but one of the panes at the top doesn't fit properly, so there's a gap. Excuse me. So there's a gap at the top, which means that all the okay, sorry, I'm just going to interrupt. Freaky geek, I'm not putting that word on my on my live chat, just because I don't want to attract them. So I'm not saying it. Sorry about that. I, that's how paranoid I've got about them arriving. So hello Anne, thank you for joining us. So my greenhouse has got to this gap, which lets all the wind and the rain and the cold and the frost in. So if I put things in there before really the worst of the frost risk is over, then chances are I'll just lose everything that's in there anyway. And at some point I need to put a small piece of glass where that gap is, but it's a really awkward place to get to. It's right at the back of the greenhouse. I've got to fight a load of brambles and a tree to get at it, and it's right at the apex of the roof. So I will do that at some point. Two Odd Onion says, sorry, you've had these troubles. Well, c'est la vie, isn't it, really? It's one of those things. I'm not taking it personally yet. No, it is one of those things. I just need to try and keep on trying to get that sorted out. So Kevin said he's sown 250 lavender seeds indoors in January. Not a good idea. They all germinated, but only one survived. Yeah, and that's kind of my issue is I haven't got anywhere good to store stuff. The first year we didn't have any cats here, so I had seed trays out all over the kitchen table, which was great because we've got those massive windows, that folding doors, and we've got the skylight, so it was just really bright for them. Now we've got Monty here. If I put out a load of potentially trays of dirt for him, he's going to use them for what cats use them for, and then I'm just going to end up with seeds everywhere, all broken plants. So I'm just going to wait. Dragonfly Urban Gardening has said, has anyone tried using cinnamon as a root starter? I have heard quite recently about cinnamon being used as a root starter, so if anybody has, I'd be really interested to know about it. Oh, Kelly, yeah. Do you know what? If you've got your first thumbs down, okay. So Kelly at Sunny Somerset Allotment Garden said she got her first dislike the other day and was gutted. Got over it. It is really hard, but the thing is, if you're getting thumbs down, it means you've made it. It means somebody A, you got the view from it, and B, someone actually cared enough to make the effort to press a button. So take it as a positive. Mally High mail order nursery says cinnamon is an organic can't say it, fungicide. So presumably then that would stop a plant rotting in the lower parts while it was rooting. So, and Frank has joined us. Hi, Frank. Yeah, Freaky Geek is agreeing with me. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Exactly what Liz said. It is someone has made the effort to do that. So you just in some ways you just think, well, thank you. I didn't say thank you when I got 450 views one night and just over 1,000 thumbs downs. That wasn't great fun, but obviously YouTube sorted that one out as well. Kevin's saying also thumbs down. I've hit by accident so many times. Yes, because you're using it, particularly if you're on the phone and my finger is fatter than both those symbols put together. So it's almost a case of whichever one it happens to land on. So I always go and double check. He's sneaking. He's pretending. I think they noticed. I was just saying.
Curses fall again.
Yeah, I was just saying what a hard week you've had. work-wise. I'm going to move over so you can move over.
I
Move
was
over.
just slumping.
I was saying that you're tired and you've slept a lot. in the
Yes,
last
and I
few
deserve
days.
wine.
And he deserves wine, apparently. So we are on elderberry and blackberry
2018.
2018. One of the two bottles that are open.
No, the other one's finished.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Erica finished it the other night.
Are we blaming Erica?
Definitely.
Oh, apparently, Erica, you finished it, did you? She only had one glass.
Oh no.
And it was a big,
But
big bottle. I'd only taken that much out of the top to
Oh
put
no,
in the
no,
food.
no, because the other one was the same bottle. It was the same thing. So she finished the previous one
Oh,
that I'd
okay.
already started.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she. I'm not saying she drank all of it.
Okay, well, you can hold the glass up now. So
So what have you been drinking?
I'm on Ribena. You see? Can you tell the difference? No.
Oh, yes, you can. Oh yeah.
Bill is here. Hi, Bill. Yes, I'm on Ribena.
A pint glass of that would probably knock you straight out, Bill.
Yes. Yeah. So everyone's saying hello to you.
Hello to everyone.
Mm.
Have to
And
judge.
Erica's saying, no, she didn't finish it all. Actually, what Erica did try was the beetroot wine.
She did, yes, which I have had a glass of, but not that particular demi-john.
It is that demi
was
John.
it that?
There's
Okay.
only one. I made two. One went off completely.
Steve, there's another bottle or two of plum wine out the back. And we need more raspberry wine as well.
We need
We
more
need more
raspberry.
raspberry wine.
Okay.
I'm saving that.
Kilted Gardener says, "I want you to drink it. Can you tell the difference?" The different
of what?
wine, different wines.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
presumably.
They've all got different flavours, definitely.
So the beetroot wine has got.
It's
It
slightly
doesn't
earthier.
doesn't taste the beetroot,
No,
does it?
but it is definitely earthier.
Yes, it's got like
It's
an
not-
earthy
it's
aftertaste.
not as sweet a wine as the fruit ones tend to be.
No, it was Erica. If you're around,
She was.
I know she was, but she's also doing household stuff,
Ah, yes. of course.
children and
Mm.
families and things like that. Erica, can you describe what you thought of the beetroot wine? I don't mind if you say it's disgusting.
As long as it's not just.
Well, it's.
How do you spell
I can tell you- now, Shuna 2011. That's Lizelle is here. Hiya,
Hello.
and Dibby's
Any
here.
more wine videos
Laurie's
in the
here.
works?
Well, there is the beetroot wine video, which will show it from beginning to end.
When we get to the end.
When I get to the end, so all I've got left to do is bottle it now. And
Ready?
then
I was ready to be bottled, is it?
it is ready to be bottled. So I will video that, and then all of it's edited ready, apart from the end bit. So
Plum with a hint of earth, says Erica.
oh, okay, yeah, that was a good. I want to say hello to Butcher Baker and Kiso Maker. I gave you a shout out earlier on, so you might want to go back and have a look at the beginning of the live chat
After
afterwards.
it's finished.
Afterwards, yes.
So you don't want to do it now, because otherwise you'll miss what's happening now, and then you have to catch up, and that would be really confusing. It's like I say to my listener, you can go and listen to archive shows, but listen to the rest of this one first.
Yes. Yeah.
Mixcloud.com/Titus Radio Rewind if you want to listen to archive shows, because there isn't one out at the moment.
Oh,
I might be on the air at the
Okay,
moment,
so
actually.
you're doing some sort of radio
I was
plug.
doing a
Sorry,
quick-
I was reading and
I
not
was doing a
listening
bit of
to
radio
you.
plug. Yeah, you do. Actually, I probably am on air at the moment. Oh, yeah, 15 minutes left on International Sounds.
Is
Then
that
then
okay?
it's
So
Pennine Ryan 1, and then
so anybody who
Saltire
is-
tonight.
anybody who's new to our channel, I love it when he joins us, but just for a moment. And Jimmy's here as well. Hi, Jimmy. So, Mr. J does. Is a radio presenter and does two shows
I do
a
two
week.
shows.
Two-hour shows a week, which can be heard.
Can be heard.
Yes, on various different radio stations. So I will make sure that after this is finished, I'll leave a link to your
Facebook page is probably the best thing.
which tells you where you can find his shows.
Thank you.
Was that
Yes.
a good
Yes,
plug?
well,
Yeah.
keep the audience growing.
Yes.
I mean, I don't do things like Patreon for my radio things. But I know someone who does Patreon.
Oh, I've talked to them about Patreon already.
Yeah, but,
actually, there's something else I want to say, but I just want to say hello to Shelley Bean, who's here from Torvine, and Tim's Town Garden. Hello, thank you for joining us. And Marika is here as well.
Tim wants to know how long it takes to make your wines on average. It's varied quite a lot, actually, hasn't it?
To be honest, the amount of work takes about, all told, 40 minutes. But that gets spread out over a very long time, because mostly what happens is I put the wines in the demijohns, like the ones back there, and then I forget about them. Erica is much more organised. She is really on the ball with them. So I put them in, and then I kind of go 2 months later, oh, I was supposed to do something with that, and a couple of months later go, oh.
And they sit exploding in the bathroom, don't they?
They do, yes. So I keep the wines in the bathroom. I know that sounds awful, but we've got underfloor heating in my bathroom, which keeps the wine. I know, but it keeps the wine going nicely, doesn't it?
And the cat likes it as well.
So, and North London Allotment has joined us as well. Hello, and Derry's here. Hi, Derry. How are you? This is a really good time of day.
5 DJs bubbling away at the moment, and 1 here.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say was about.
What was it?
Well, I'll just cough.
Okay,
you just talk for 2 seconds.
Okay, I can talk for 2. I can talk for 2 minutes. I can talk for England or Wales or other places.
Well, I'll go and just drink and cough loudly then.
Yeah, you go and cough loudly. I was saying about she's apparently talked to you about Patreon. But if you're a Patreon patron, you get to see an extra video every week that doesn't go out on YouTube, so it's worth doing. And if you do think you'd like to, that would be great. And if you don't, totally wonderful, but thank you for thinking about it. And hello, Sandra. 9 DJs on the go, and 2 DJs. Wait, you see, I don't know. I know you're talking about demijohns, but bottled DJs. That just sounds. It just sounds like sort of instant party, really, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sound like an instant party. And the other thing was.
Thank you, Kate, for the for pointing out the mugs. We ought to do wine glasses. Byther Farm wine glasses. They'd be very
big
expensive.
Plastic ones. Plastic wine glasses.
Posh ones that people leave on their shelves for years and never actually use.
And the other thing I want to say about Patreon, and whilst I heard you talking about that, is that tomorrow I'm going to put up a post for patrons to ask questions, and so there'll be priority questions, and each live chat I'll make sure that I actually answer those as best I can.
Right.
Well, I mean, not if you're going to ask me for like
your PIN number.
my PIN number or those things, but so.
No early chat, says health enthusiasts.
So health enthusiasts, thank you so much for letting me know who you were this week, because it's really nice to be able to put somebody's real name with their name on the screen.
So you like to put a name to a face. It's like putting a name to a handle. Yes,
or a name to a name. So that was really nice. Thank you. I didn't do a live chat earlier because I put a video up today, and I put it up as a kind of collaboration with Erica, and we kind of agreed that 2:00 today we would put the video up, and then after that I thought, oh no, I'll do a live chat on a Sunday. So doing a sneaky live chat now. So yes, health enthusiasts just put her name up there, and I was being really careful not to give your name out in case you didn't want it in public arena. So am I saying Adrienne or Adrienne? So is it Adri or Adri? So is it the first one, Adrienne, or the second one, Adrienne?
Short or long A?
Oh, all right then. So
the second way.
Which was what?
Adrienne.
Adrienne.
Long A.
Long A. We'll have to write these down.
Yeah.
But then no, I don't. No. We won't need to write it down because Eva is a long E as well. So
all right.
Remember they're the long ones. So.
Yeah, but then you're going to start calling Erica Erica. She might get upset. It'd be like calling you Liz. Well, that would be the Welsh way to pronounce it, I suppose, wouldn't it?
Yes. No, it wouldn't. It would just
Liz.
be Liz.
Liz. Long L.
That was the hi-hat.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. I thought you were slapping me on the back of the head.
So,
I thought you were doing a gift.
well, I was. I was, but without actually touching it, because that would be unkind. So what new crops are you planning this year? Are we doing any new?
I've no idea. Don't look at me.
I know.
I just eat it.
Erica says she's been called worse.
Not here, you haven't.
Sandy's joined us. I did hear you say Sandy, but I was only
Ah,
I stepped out the room.
Sandy's,
I'm trying to
Sandy's
think
really
about
pleased to be at the live chat for the first time.
New. So I'm trying a new sober. I am sober.
Tea and cheese. Actually, I haven't
had
any
any
cheese.
cheese either.
No.
So it's just tea and Ribena done this. So I'm growing a different variety of strawberry this year.
All right, yes, you are.
So
yes,
that we
'cause
had
they're already
an amazing strawberry crop last year. We had about
some lovely wine as well.
about £90 of strawberries.
Everything seems to get made into wine.
Everything seems to get made into. It's a good song, that, isn't it? So we had about £90 strawberries. I was so fed up of picking them and hulling them.
And eating them.
And then about a week after they'd gone over, I was like, I want some strawberries now. So I've got a later variety. So hopefully we'll have the ones that we had last year early on, and then this other variety, which is called, can't remember. That's not what it's called, but I can't remember what it's called. But I've got those, and they're at the front in the border where we had that great big hole.
That wasn't a
sinkhole. That was a
wash away.
Washed out. Anyway, in that border there. So.
And there was something or other. Yes, you can't remember what they're called, and you couldn't remember what the wine was, so it became mystery wine. And you've got a bit of a memory block when it comes to strawberries, haven't you?
Yes, so I have. So Joe has joined us. Hiya, Joe. And Tony's saying, over what size bed did we get £90 of strawberries? That's our standard size bed, which is 4 feet by 14 feet less.
A smidgen.
Less a smidgen, because we didn't cut the bits of wood necessarily to quite the right length. So 4 foot by 14, and it's four rows of strawberries across the 4 feet, and however many fitted, squeezed down the length. They just did really, really well last year. I'm hoping that they will do that well this year, because they were fabulous.
Valley High is recommending feeding strawberries with seaweed.
For better cropping. Yeah.
We'll have to go down to the beach.
We could go down to the beach. Last year they were fed on duck muck.
Duck muck.
The mucking's out.
We're trademarking that, by the way. Duck muck, TM.
Horticultural Geeks got strawberries overwintering in the garage. Still green and beautiful. Yeah, ours aren't actually looking too bad.
No, they're not looking too bad.
I had a look, and since the ducks have been in the vegetable garden sorting out all the slugs and snails there, that bed's looking quite tidy. So I don't know whether they've eaten a load of weeds, or whether you've been through and picked up any weeds?
No, not over there.
Well, it's looking really good.
I don't tend to do that. I'll weed the drive bit by bit when I can tell my back says, no, you're not doing any more of that.
Oh, that's just a thankless task. That's like painting the 4th bridge, isn't it? It's
it's more like painting the 5th bridge.
One of those. So what else am I growing new? Erica, do you know what else I'm growing new this year? Well, I know, but she's got more brain power than me at the moment. At the moment? What? She has. She's younger than me.
I'm saying nothing.
You're younger than me. You ought to know
This is
all
true.
these things as well.
Nah.
So I'm sure I am growing new things this year, but maybe not. I've done quite a lot of trial and error for the last couple of years. Found quite a lot of things that actually the only people who eat them are the chickens, and I kind of feel like we could use that space more effectively.
Hmm.
So I won't be growing as much kale this year,
No.
if any. Except my sister quite likes it. So maybe I'll
Yeah.
grow one.
And the ducks and chickens like it as well.
Yeah, I know, but we could just give them cabbage instead. I'm not going to grow any January King cabbage this year, but we're going to have lots of red cabbage
Mm-hmm.
because we like red cabbage. So, yeah, Tony's saying. So Dave has also said, do save your own seeds. Yes, so for a lot of plants, I do, and the ones that I forget, I'll have to go and buy again. Do you want to pass over that coffee jar?
And what mistake will you make sure not to repeat this coming year?
So those are just a few. Renner bean. I gave a jar like this to Lizelle as well, but hopefully she's used them for eating as opposed to staring at them saying, what am I going to do with all of those? What was that question?
What mistake will you make sure not to repeat this coming year? Setting my alarm on days I'm not working.
I don't think that's quite what you meant, do you? There are so many mistakes. There are several mistakes around potatoes, but there is a video coming up soon about my potato mistakes, because I'm quite happy to share my mistakes. Very happy to share my mistakes. Rick says, what's the trick
to growing cabbage?
Okay, Rick, I'm going to send you to any one of my videos about growing kales or cabbages. I will make sure I actually send you a link. I think the trick is when you plant them so that this... Can you be the ground? Can you be the ground like that? So that the leaves are literally just above the ground. And if it's a really long stem, well, then you make a long hole and bury all of that. Thank you. You've been in the ground for long enough. But also to firm them in. So you've got to firm them without breaking the stem. But you've got to need to push the soil in really quite firmly all around them. And then put some more soil in and firm that in and keep on firming them in and then firm around them. It takes me about 3 to 5 minutes, probably realistically 3 minutes per plant to plant them and firm them in. I get to the point where I don't think I can firm them in anymore and then firm them again. And the more they're firmed in my opinion, the better they are. They don't suffer from windrock, and it is my belief, although I have absolutely no proof whatsoever, that the more you firm them in, the tighter their head they'll form.
Okay.
Though there's no scientific proof, but how do we get some of my bean cross? The beans that are...
I don't know.
Yeah.
Be rude to it.
Derry, we can't send seeds to the States. We can send them
environmentally unfriendly, isn't it?
Yeah, we can currently send them within Europe, but not...
Probably not up to the 29th of March.
Well, that's what I said currently, but we won't go into that discussion. So at the moment, we can only send seeds within Europe. Sorry.
When do you plant potatoes?
April, March, April, soon. I can't remember. Do you know what? I was looking at my potato videos this morning and I still can't remember. So I've got a playlist called How to Grow Potatoes, and if you look at the dates on those, I would have filmed one day and put it up online the next, and it will have the date on it, and the date on it is the date that I filmed it, as opposed to
the date it went online.
Yeah, rather than me having it hanging around or anything. So that will give you some real date. David says, are you growing many herbs this year? Yes, so we've got really big herb beds that I built last year in the front garden, and then there are quite a lot in the food forest now, aren't there? Yeah. So yes, all sorts of them all over the place. And Joe and Jin from Almost Homestead are here. Hiya. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, you'll have to get up early most weeks if you want to join us, because we used to go out at 2 p.m. We don't go out, we stay in at 2 p.m. on a Sunday,
Tony just checked, it was April.
There we go. Thank you, Tony. So
I'm presuming that's the potatoes
I'm
he's
assuming
talking
that's
about,
potatoes,
and
yeah.
not something else. Like when
Lottie's
Easter
here.
was.
Hiya, Lottie. Saying St Patrick's Day to plant potatoes. I think you can plant them sooner than St Patrick's
We've got St
Day
David's
here.
Day coming up first, haven't we?
Yeah, well, we shall see. I think the answer is I'm unlikely to get much planted until April the 15th. So once the courses are done, I will probably go on a
I'm shrinking
mass...
again.
You are shrinking again. On a mass planting spree. It's better than going on a shopping spree.
Oh, yeah. Well, the money we haven't got, yeah.
Dawn saying it was a great potato playlist. Love watching it this week. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Kevin bought some pansies for indoor last month and replanted them. Had no soil to use, so used some from the composter. Yeah. And where have we got to? It is, we have done the hour. This is usually...
When you're running out of battery.
My phone starts running out of battery. Where are you going? Can you pass me the cable? It's here. I don't know where he is. I was all set up. I was all organised. Look at that. Oh, you've just put your hands right over the...
I know.
So we are coming...
Okay, what's going on?
So we've come up to the hour. It's usually the point at which my battery on my phone starts going and my brain definitely gets fried.
The battery of your brain goes.
So Erica's off. Cheerio, Erica.
Cheerio,
we
Erica.
are, like you, about to head off. Thank you so much to everybody who's joined us this evening. I'll go back through. So in about an hour and a half, I will have gone back through and left comments saying hello to people who I haven't said hello to, answering questions that I haven't answered. So if
Putting links up that you haven't put up.
putting up links. So if you asked a question and I didn't answer it, please come back in about an hour and a half, and hopefully the answer will be there.
Buona notte.
And so wherever you are in the world and whatever you've got planned for the rest of your day, I hope it's a good one, and also hope you will join me next time.
Bye.
Bye. And then I have to smile inanely while